Good morning and welcome to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235-2900.
And now Community Roundtable, Al Sheldon here. We're going to talk about Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee, an annual event in Willmar that we look forward to. We have Janet Olney and Candy Anderson here to visit and let people know what's going on Saturday the 15th. It's going to be a fun day. Where's the event going to be at? Who wants to step up first? Janet Olney, up to the microphone. Kiss that thing like it's a good-looking boyfriend or something, okay?
Okay. We've moved it this year to Kennedy School. We ended up moving it last year at the last minute due to weather, and we liked it so well in Kennedy that we've decided to go back to Kennedy. So all the events will be at Kennedy School. There will be a big tent outside for the food vendors and picnic tables for your convenience, but everything else will be taking place in the school itself.
Oh, it used to be outdoors downtown, is that right?
It used to be downtown for 19 years. Last year was our 20th year and was the second year we had to move it indoors. 1 year early on, they had to move it into the auditorium.
21 years already.
21 years, yep.
I sort of remember when things started. I have been here myself 27 years, and it was an event that kind of made the fall happen just a little bit more.
It did. And people really look forward to it. Main Street Willmar started it 21 years ago, and then the second or third year the Arts Council took it over, and we've been producing it ever since.
Do you work with anyone else along with the Arts Council to help put it together? Or?
Nope. It's just the Arts Council does the whole thing.
Could you explain the Arts Council a little bit? What does that encompass? What's it all about? Besides art.
Besides art. Well, our two big events are Celebrate Art and Studio Hop in June. Mm-hmm. So we do put on the two big events. We also have smaller events. We have the gallery space at WEAC that we provide artists for exhibits. We also do a themed invitational exhibit at the Barn Theater. Our offices are now in the Barn Theater. The exhibit runs in conjunction with all their productions, and it has a theme that relates to the play that's being produced. We provide artist residencies in the schools. We keep an artist registry online. We have an online calendar. We keep busy. We do a lot of things. This year we're bringing back our community canvas project. That's going to be introduced at Celebrate Art. Public art, we do a lot of public art. I'm sure you've noticed the traffic signal boxes down First Street. That was our initiative. So we keep busy. We do a lot.
A heck of a lot. We're going to talk about the artists and styles of art and some of the other entertainment in just a minute or two. When you go back those 21 years, a lot of changes, a lot of things that have evolved since the first year or two in the inception?
Yeah, but mainly we've kept the focus art. We have the artist show, the juried art show, and we have entertainment on the stage all day, and of course we have free coffee all day long. Mm-hmm. So those things have stayed pretty constant. And
some other food too. There'll be vendors, as you said, outside under the tent.
Yep.
Who's going to be there?
Cafe Persepolis will be there with his gyros. Thol's Kettle Corn. Bethel Lutheran Youth do walking tacos. The Mexican restaurant from the mall and Cub Foods is going to have pie and whipped cream, caramel, apples, and water.
Oh, right. Well, I'm getting hungry already, and it's, my goodness, a week away yet since we chat here on the Sunday before the event coming up on the 15th once again. Let's get Candy to step up here. Candy Anderson, your title, what do you do, Candy?
I'm the arts chair, and I'm all about the art, and it's so great this year. We have a wonderful poster artist named Carrie Weber, and she did a beautiful landscape called Autumn, and that's our main piece of art. We call her the poster artist, and if you'll see her see her picture on posters all over town in the next couple weeks. And then we have 3 artists that are we call the raffle artists. Excuse me. And one is Pat Nelson, and she did a beautiful watercolor painting called Sunflowers. And we have Donna Weiss, and she did a pottery bird bath. And then we have Charlene Paulson, who did a beautiful stained glass hanging. Now you can see those out at the they were at the Barn Theater all during the production, and they're out at North American Bank now for the next 2 weeks. So you can go out there and see the beautiful art that we're going to be raffling off. People have been able to buy raffle tickets for $2 in the last week and a half, and of course we will have those for sale at the event itself. But it's not only about that art, it's about all the art that is for sale, and then especially about the art that's available for children and adults, and mostly children to do. We have so many things for people to do, lots of things to try out. We have the kids art tent, and we have doing lots of fun activities. And then we have a lot of things like Amal and Amira Muse are doing free henna painting, so you can get your hand painted with henna, which are those beautiful designs from the Somali culture. Jim TD doing free balloon sculptures. Willis Chase doing free caricatures. Excuse me. And then Demo is doing face painting. Whitney Music is there with their instruments all day long, and kids can try out all kinds of instruments. I suppose adults could try out too, couldn't they, Janet?
Do.
If you'd want to learn something, there you go.
That's right. And then there's the traditional Ghana drum circle workshop that is going to be available. They're going to perform, and also they're going to be in the music room so people can go in and learn a little bit about drumming. But we can't forget the coffee. We have coffee all day long, free coffee, and the coffee vendors this year are Lulu Beans, The Goodness, and Cashwise Deli. So, we're about coffee in Willmar, Minnesota.
Celebrate art and celebrate coffee, the name of the fun day.
That's right.
You gotta,
That's
like
right.
say, remember the Java,
That's right. Lots of fun things to do.
Oh, so many things, yeah. I'm an old drummer, so the drum circle intrigues me. Going back to a photo here, and you mentioned this, Candy, the pottery bird bath. Have you seen this? Is this an actual thing you could send outside and use as a bird bath? I mean, it's a real bird bath.
It's a real bird
it's
bath.
Not just a decorative piece. It's a functioning piece.
No, it's very lovely. We like to have a variety of art. This year we've got oil painting, watercolor, stained glass, and pottery. And that's just a sampling of the wonderful art that we have in this community. And when you see all the vendors that we have and all the variety of art that's there, it's quite a fun day. And especially because you get to try things out. I think that's one of the big deals, is that it's a place where you can go and there's activity. It's not just viewing. Lots of fun things to do. And of course there's music all day long also. We have music on the stage from 10:30 in the morning till 3:45. And then at 3:45 is when we do the drawing for all of that beautiful art.
Yeah, $2 a ticket. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, what a great opportunity to buy 2 or 3 tickets or more. Gosh, where do you get tickets at?
Well, you can get tickets at the Barn Theater right now, but the rest will be available at the event. We have lots of people selling tickets, people on our committee. But what we say is it's a real deal. You can get 1 for $2 or 5 for $10.
I like that. Yeah. I can do math. I was taught math up until about the 9th grade, I believe. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
what a fun
it
day.
supports the community, and much of our work that we do that day is supported by the sales of the raffle tickets. So we hope people come out and support our group and buy a lot of tickets and bring your neighbors and especially bring your kids.
Bring the kids along, yeah. And between the food, the music, and seeing something they've maybe never seen before in the world of art that will pique their interest a little bit. I'm thinking you've got a lady from St. Cloud with dolls. What kid around here doesn't like wildlife paintings? I'm kind of a pottery fan myself, and clay sculptures, to me, that is an amazing talent to be able to do things like that. So,
And we've got several potters this year, so.
yeah, I noticed that. Somebody does sterling silver jewelry.
Yep.
Wow. And Janet, what do you make?
Well, this is the first year in 21 years that I'm not doing the art fair. I'm organizing it, but I'm not going to exhibit. I've been a basket maker most of my life, and lately I've switched over to gourds, so I've been doing gourds.
What kind of baskets did you make?
Woven baskets.
Woven like big, large,
all kinds, yeah.
Decorative with colors.
Yep.
Colors.
Yep. And different textures and different wild
handles.
things. Well, but a lot of handles.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you still have a bunch then? Or
I have a few.
do you sell them?
If somebody wants to buy them,
Somebody
but
wants to buy 'em. Good.
I haven't done a basket in almost 3 years.
Where do you get the materials for that around here?
I have to order them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're friends with some Native Americans from northwest Minnesota, and they've given us a couple of baskets as wedding gifts for children and special things.
Yep.
And one is that big, 2.5 feet high, maybe 2 feet high, 2.5 feet, and the other one is a smaller version. They don't sell them cheaply.
No, there's a lot. They're very labor intensive.
They're very nice. The
Yep.
quality is fantastic. So, gosh, great to know somebody around here has that talent. Have you
Well-
passed that on to anyone in the family? Or?
I've taught a lot of people, but my kids can all do it, but they haven't really taken to it. They want to make money.
Well, it might not be a good side gig. Might not be a bad side gig to make some extra dollars. Yeah, what a great list of artists, and you also mentioned all the variety of music and everything. And
Yeah, one thing we're excited about, we have Kashimana Ahu coming. She is, the American Composers Forum got a big grant from the Otto Bremer Trust to bring a composer in residence into Willmar for a year. And Kashimana is the one that was chosen by the people of the community to come. And she is a singer-songwriter, and she is going to be introduced at Celebrate Art. And at 12:30, she's going to actually perform some of her own original music. And then in the afternoon, she's leading a songwriting workshop in the music room. So you'll have your first chance to meet Kashimana and get to know her a little bit.
a lot of people have that thing in their head that says, I should write that down, and then they get stuck. It's part of a
Right.
song or a little catch. She'll
Yep.
be a tremendous help,
She will.
I think, for a lot of people.
And then
like that.
it's a year-long program. And then next year, we're hoping to bring people in the community who have written songs to perform at Celebrate Art, to perform their own songs.
The Cedar Creek Bluegrass and Gospel Band, are they local?
Yes, they are.
The name rings a bell, and I'm thinking, okay,
They've performed many years at Celebrate Art. And
these folks have been very, very good and all over. You know?
Willmar High School's 2701 is going to perform. They're an ensemble that is made up of students. They're going to perform first.
They're juniors and seniors in high school. How great
Yep.
for them to perform in front of what hopefully will be a nice crowd, you know.
Yep. Luke Rivard is the professional percussionist who's leading the drumming workshop in the morning. He will be helping community members do the drum circle. It's a performance at 1:30. And then this year, again, we're having the Willmar Symphonic Orchestra come for a little over an hour to perform.
Anywhere from 40 or 50, maybe 60
Yep.
talented
they
musicians.
fill the stage, yep.
Yeah, that'll be great. That's at Kennedy Elementary again in the middle of Willmar on Saturday from 10 until 4. Should mention that while we're on AM 1590, and a lot of people are certainly familiar with our longtime station dating back into the mid-1980s, we're also now on FM 105.7. Everything you hear on 1590 is translated to an FM channel at 105.7. In case of thunderstorm, FM just sounds a little bit clearer, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, like some of the rain we've had all year long. We haven't had our dry stretch. My lawn usually goes dormant, but not this year. So we've got a lot of things in the book here. By the way, you mentioned the coffee part of Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee. The coffee is free.
It is.
You can't beat that price, and if you want to leave a tip for somebody, that's okay too. Candy, you're thumbing through the pages of the pamphlet here fervorously. What do you have for us right
Well,
now?
I just want to talk a little bit about the kids' art and the big kids' art. I'll drop this little hint that if you go to the big kids and kids' art area, you will be able to wear your art the rest of the day. So
Oh, yeah?
I won't say anything more than that, but it's something fun that you can make that you can wear, and that doesn't happen all the time. You know, there are other things happening around town also. The Willmar Noon Lions Club is having Belgian Waffle Day, and that's at their facility, at the community center, actually.
Right next door here, yeah.
That's right. And the Friends of the Library have a book sale going on. And then Bethel is having their regular pie and coffee that they've had for the last, I don't know, Janet, have they been available the whole time?
Well, A good number of the years, yep.
And this year they've added a quilt show. So it's worth it to go over there and have your pie and coffee and sit downstairs in Luther Hall and enjoy all the beautiful quilts that will be all around the building. And then I wanted to talk a little bit more about the planning committee. There are several people on our planning committee, myself and Janet, Catherine Hunter, Katie Morgan, Mary Rinke, Shalise Sands, Pam Sigafus, and Carrie Texley. So this is the group, the core group that pretty much plans things, but we have lots and lots of volunteers that help out on this event.
And we've got a phone number and an email address if anybody wants info or wants raffle tickets, and we'll mention this at the end of the show too, but let's mention it now. For those of you who have a pen in hand or have a really good memory, what's the phone number there, Candy? We can have people call if they want more information. Janet?
320-235-8560.
235-8560.
Yep.
And email is pretty simple.
WillmarArts@gmail.com. And we have our own website, which is WillmarAreaArtsCouncil.org. And there's also one for Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee, and it is just CelebrateArtCelebrateCoffee.com.
All right. And we will, again, repeat all these at the end of the show here, too.
Okay. I'd like to take a couple minutes, if I can, and talk about how we end up paying for this whole thing. It's a fairly expensive event to put on, and we get a generous grant from the Southwest Minnesota Arts Council, which gets their money from the Minnesota State Legislature with money from the Arts State General Fund. We also get support from the Willmar Area Community Foundation, and then we have a lot of area businesses that support us. Heritage Bank is one of our festival sponsors. On the platinum level, we have Bremer Bank, Fisher Laser Eye Center, Marketing Concepts, and CDS. On the gold level, we have Best Western, GNS Staffing Services, Thrivent Financial, Paul White, Jane Vixie Real Estate, JMS&K Attorneys, Kiwanis, Prinsco, Waltz, and Whitney Music. At the silver level, we have Jenny O and Printmasters. Bronze, we have Cub Foods, Home State Bank, Sound Image, Willmar Auto, North American State Bank, Subway, and West Central Steel. Donors, we have Lakes Area Dental, and West Central Sanitation provides Good Neighbor carts for us.
Lots of great people helping out.
We do. We have a lot of...
Big thanks, man. I can't say enough there. Did I see something in here about also a grant from the Bremer Foundation, the Otto Bremer Foundation?
That is the one that provides the grant for the composer in residence that's bringing this Kashimana Ahu.
I know you mentioned Bremer Bank and the Bremer Foundation. Very, very generous in helping lots of people out.
Yep.
Around our area, around the state. I know they recently donated $25,000 to the Candioi County Food Shelf, which is a nice chunk of change, as I would like to say.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, very nice to have that locally with a business here and a foundation like that to help out. So many things here that are in the brochure. Where are these brochures at? Where people pick one up ahead of time? Or?
Yeah, and I will be distributing them this week. I'll get them to the coffee shops. I'll get them to the library. I'll get them to the Convention of Visitors Bureau. We'll get them out and around, so you'll see them. And they're also being mailed this week, and I know a lot of people in the community are on our mailing list.
What do you look forward to in the future with Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee? This is year number 21. What's the vision as you ladies and everybody on the planning committee look ahead?
You know, I think we just want to keep producing such a nice festival that everybody enjoys.
Very well put. I mean, gosh, what else?
We've really ironed out a lot of kinks. We're hoping that people like it at Kennedy School this year. One thing we heard a lot of last year was everybody saying, "Oh, thank goodness we don't have the bees. The bees were terrible downtown." And people said, you know, when the weather's perfect, it's so nice to have it outside. And they're absolutely right. When the weather's perfect, it's nice. But in the 20 years, we've had very few days that the weather's been perfect. We battle wind, we battle heat, we battle cold, and we always battle the bees.
Weather is just unpredictable.
It is. Any time of year, it doesn't make any difference whether you have it in July or September. The weather is the key factor. And it's an awful lot of work to put it together and then have the weather destroy it.
Candy, you have something on your mind.
Yes, I do. I was thinking
Step up
that
a little closer.
as we as we progress, through these 21 years, lots of people have been on this committee. And, when you ask how is it going to change, well, that depends on who's going to be on the committee, doesn't it? And, we're looking for some younger people, some people with children, some people who would love to volunteer and be a part of this, people who maybe have some ideas of things they would like to add to our event. It is a kids event and adults event. It is a community event. It's an event where people come together. You get to see your neighbor. You get to listen to music. You get to try things out. It's very active. And what better place than a school to be very active? Believe me, I was a teacher for several years, so I know that that's the way that goes. But we would really love to see some new people on our committee, and all they have to do is call Janet Olney at the barn at her office of the number that you just gave. And, there's room for people to volunteer. We'd love to see some new volunteers on our group.
I imagine now it's going to take a lot of people to put Saturday together. How many volunteers do you think are going to be busy on Saturday and leading up to the big day?
Oh, boy. I don't know. There's so many people doing so many things. I don't think we've ever stopped to count all the volunteers. It isn't just the volunteers that day, but there's a lot of things to do beforehand. And it's a fun thing. I've been on several jobs on this committee, and if you're working to get sponsors, you get to meet a lot of community people. And I love the fact that when I was out looking for sponsors, every single one of them was eager to help out, because they, people in business love to help out the community. That's what it's all about, is making our community grow and having a lot of fun things for people to do here.
When do you start setting up the school? Is it Friday or is it Thursday, Friday? Can you get in there and do some things in and around the kids,
Friday afternoon, people will be in there working. And as far as when do we start, the week after we have this celebration, we will be talking about next year's event. So, but you know what? There's a lot of people that help. So for myself, I'm a snowbird. I go away, and when I come back, we get into full throttle and really begin to work on things. So it's not something that consumes you, but it's so fun to think up things for people to do in this community.
Do either one of you feel, or both of you feel, that this area is blessed with a lot of artists, maybe compared to some areas? I think we have a lot, personally. Yeah.
Absolutely. As we look for artists every year, we don't have to go far. Two of our artists this year from New London, one is from Bruton, one is from Spicer, and we have a plethora of them from Willmar itself. And every year when we think about who are going to be our special artists that we honor, there's a lot of people to choose from. There's a lot of art going on here in Willmar and in Spicer and New London.
There's a ton, yeah.
I am the past president of Southwest Minnesota Arts Council, and I can tell you that I don't have the exact figures in my head, but at one time, I believe Candy, Ohio, the Southwest Minnesota Arts Council is the 18 counties of Southwest Minnesota, and Candy, Ohio is the biggest. And at one time, I believe we were 19% of the total population, and we got almost 30% of the funding.
Wow.
And SMOC is very generous to us, but we have a lot of individual artists who get grants from SMOC. I got 2 grants from them. And we have a lot of organizations, and they're very generous to us. We get an operating support grant, we get a grant for Studio Hop, we get a grant for Celebrate Art, we got a grant for the traffic signal boxes. So we get a lot of money from SMOC. There's a lot going on in this county, a lot more than the other 18 counties in the area.
You were reading my mind. I was going to ask about the grants the Arts Council has and how they get distributed, and I've seen a lot of them in the news. My neighbors have gotten a grant or two up in New London, and I'm not sure if that's from the Arts Council. I believe it is. Lisa Berg and Andy Nordine.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. They're right across the street from us. We socialize.
Okay, yep. They've gotten several grants from SMOC. Yep.
Yeah. It's a great thing. Is this something you do annually? How much annually do you give away as far as your grants are concerned? How many grants?
The SMOC has a budget of almost $1 million. They give a lot. There's a lot of money they give away. They get money from the state, and they get money from 3M. So the individual artist grants are all 3M money, and the organizational grants are all state money.
Wow. That is super to hear about. Like I say, we can put a feather in our local cap once again, so to speak.
Absolutely, yep.
And people wonder, how has this event gone on for 21 years? It costs a little money to put this event on. I would imagine.
It does.
And
It
how do
costs
you
a
come
lot
up
of
with the
money.
funding? Is that raffle tickets are going to help? What else?
Well, we've got all the sponsors I just thanked. They give very generously, and then we do get the grant. We get usually a $5,000 grant from the Southwest Minnesota Arts Council, and we get help from the Willmar Area Community Foundation. So it costs close to $20,000 to put this event on.
A lot of people don't realize that. I did not realize it was that much.
Yeah, it is.
This is a one-day event, again, coming up
Yep.
this Saturday. So if you're looking for something to do and you can't find anything to do, it's your own fault if you can't find something to do.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, as we wrap things up here close to it, let's again mention the emails, the phone number, how to get raffle tickets, how to find out more information.
Okay. The email is wilmararts@gmail.com, and you can go to the Arts Council website, which is wilmarareaartscouncil.org, or the Celebrate Art website, which is celebrateartcelebratecoffee.com, or you can call me at 320-235-8560. And raffle tickets are available at the box office of the Barn Theater, from any of the committee members, from all of the Arts Council board members, and they will be available the day of the event.
All right, coming up Saturday the 15th. Candy, a final thought from you? Step on up. What do you have?
Well, I'm about kids, and this is really a kids event. And, you know, there's nothing, as a parent, there's nothing more fun than taking your kids to something. And myself, as an adult, enjoying all the beautiful art and the conversation and the fun things there are to do, and listening to great music, and then the kids getting to have something that they can take home and get their hands on. You know, be involved in lots of different things. You know, there's learning adventures, there's just fun-making adventures, and there's a lot of music. You can sit and listen to music all day long if you wish. So to me, it's just a full experience for art. Every kind of thing you can imagine.
And free coffee.
And guess what? It's free. It's free all day. You can come and not spend a cent, although, of course, we hope that you do spend a little money. But it is a free adventure. Not very often can you go and do things for several hours that are free. So
Yeah, it's from 10 until 4 on Saturday at Kennedy Elementary, right in the middle of Willmar. I am not sure how I would tell someone to get to Kennedy Elementary other than it's in the middle of town. It's where the football field is. It used to be the high school.
right, it's
Now
on
the
7th Street.
elementary.
If you go on Willmar Avenue and turn right onto 7th Street, you've got it. If you go, if you're downtown and you turn left on 7th Street, you're going to get there. So
7th Street is the magic street.
that's right.
All right.
7th Street Southwest.
Aha. Yeah, we don't want to end up in the southeast side in a cornfield or anything.
And I don't think you'll miss it because we'll have, you'll be able to see. There's going to be a big flag outside and there's a big tent and you'll be able to see what's going on.
It'll be a fun day.
Lots of parking.
And again, I know we're a little ways out, but rumor has it it'll be a sunny day. But if it's raining, bring an umbrella, go inside anyway. Right?
That's right.
Can you believe a half hour flown by?
I can, and this has been really a fun thing for us because it's like, okay, we're getting ready. We're almost there. One more week, and we'll be doing it all.
And then you'll snowbird it until next spring.
Not quite. But what I wanted to say is that it's not a full year's work if you're a volunteer. So, yeah. No, I get to go and have my vacation, then come back and work on the fun summer things for people to do here in Willmar.
Volunteer, have fun, meet some friends,
That's
make some
right.
new friends, and have at it. You know, Janet, do you snowbird also, or do you stick around? You got it out like I do, huh? All right. Well, ladies, thank you very much. A pleasure to have you here, chat with us for a while, and help get some word out on Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee, year number 21. And before you know it, it'll be year number 22. And I'll still be here if you guys will.
Thank you, Al. This is a great opportunity for us to share.
235-8560. Call for info, 235-8560. Celebrate Art, Celebrate Coffee, Saturday at Kennedy Elementary. That'll be from 10 until 4 o'clock. That puts a wrap on it. Community Roundtable. Thanks for tuning in.
You've been listening to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235-2900.